Right, what we're going to do is change the main jet on the card, which I think is the same as the Zongshen 125 Arizona. So this is the overflow of the carb, so we don't need that on for the moment. This is for emptying the residual petrol that's left in the carb. Make sure it's switched off, petrol. Make sure on, if you don't know, that's your off. And above is your reserve. So we just put that back off. What we've got to do is take off the throttle, take off the choke cable. You could unscrew this and take the body off, which I've never done before. Not that there's any problem in doing that. Let's just see, let's just have a see what we've not going to do that, no. There's a return spring here and start messing about. It's easy to just take the cable off, I think. So what we do is just on those pliers, just bring up the lever, which there's a little opening there to let the cable out, and then it pulls here that's on the end of the cable, so which is holding it on. So we'll see if we can just tease it out from there, and there it is. That's what it looks like. Next thing, we've got to take petrol feed off, which is this one. We've also got to take off the air filter, which makes it easy getting it out. And the same applies, this is a cone filter. The same applies with the normal standard filter. What you've got to do though is peel it back, peel this rubber sleeve, this coupling manifold off. So we'll do this one first. Let's get this. Similar thing, it's just a, if I remember right, it's lever. Quite a lot of slack. There's quite a big lip to get it over. So we'll just snap that off. That's the air filter off. You find it a bit harder with the one that's in. You could actually take all the lot off. Or what I did last time I did it, I just peeled it back when the carb was loose. So we've got the choke off. We've got the overflow pipe off, which goes up there. There's a little tube stuck out the carb, which is that one. Take the feed off, which again I think is just a push fit on this. No, it isn't. We'll take this off here. So we'll take it off the filter. I think that's what I did last time. I can't remember. There's a clip on that side. There will be somewhere, but we'll take this off, I think. A bit of fuel will come out of here, so I'll just we're off. Let's just get the petrol out the for that. Get the excess fuel in there if we can. And there we go. Not really worth messing about with, but right, now we're going to get empty this. So around this side you'll find a screw. I'll not move the camera because it's ideally situated. Around there I'll go and show you what I'm. Right, there's a screw at this side. Flat bladed. Put that into a bottom. Goes. You want a decent flat blade for that, as I've just put down. because this movie's warts and all. Whatever goes wrong you'll see, 'cause it may happen to you. It's amazing how much this car holds actually. Still flowing nicely. Don't forget, once it's empty, shut it off again, otherwise you'll find your MPG drops to the floor. That'll do for what bit will be left. Tighten it back up again while we've got a screwdriver. Only a lick on it, don't go daft, else you'll ruin this seating. Right, so you can see that. Got a bit of fuel that could go on the floor. Well, it did do with me last time, so learnt a lesson. Right, now I found this the awkward bit, unscrewing the, well, we've got obviously 2 bolts here. I think we'll try undoing those first, which hold it, so look like 10mm if I remember right, so I'll just get a 10mm spanner. Sorry, nuts, no, I shouldn't have said bolts. You'll notice, I don't know if you can see from there, there are two small bolts holding the manifold, extension of the manifold from the engine. I don't know what they look like, about 8mm, could be a little bit less. They look so fragile that rather than undo those and either snap them off, attempting, we'll take these 2 10mm off, which is far easy. Says it, I've got to just a bit of flexibility in that manifold part, so got to make sure that we allow for that. I think we just crack that off a bit. Not a lot of room. I haven't got the best spanners in the world. Yeah, that's it, just crack that. Crack meaning I've just loosened it. So we'll just see if we can get a bit more off, so we can get it off with a finger. Yep. That's just finger it out. I'll do the same on the other side. These nuts luckily are flanged, so you're not messing about with washers. They've got flanged, the flange head, so. But by then there, that's one off. Just nipped up a bit there with my fingers in. And here it comes. There, 2 off. Now that may make it a bit easy. We've got this drain part, we'll leave it still on I think. We'll just see how we go. Not a lot of room. We've got to get past these studs and then drop it down. That wants to go back home. In fact, we didn't even undo that. Right, so what we're going to do now is unscrew the float valve. So just unscrew this. We can get rid of that cable, can't we? I think we can just slacken that clamp and Phillips screw. Let's do it. Get rid of this choke altogether now. We'll just loosen the clamp, Phillips screw. Bit of a crap Phillips screwdriver that. And just like that out. Right, we've got it a bit freer now. Get rid of the petrol feed, we have none. Yeah, there is another spring clip down there, so possibly if you want to mess about trying to get the spring back on here, then take that off and gives you even a bit more room. So anyway, we'll unscrew the, make sure your fingers are clean. Just checking through the viewfinder the battery is still holding up. Yep, so I'll just wipe my hands on the pants, but I would suggest you have something. Now there's a float valve. Keep everything nice and clean. There's a card. And what we have to do, we have to unscrew these 3 screws. Keep it upright if you can when you part it. There is there is a little pivot valve for the float to stop extra, more petrol coming in. As soon as it senses the pan's full, it shuts the fuel off. So now then, just while I'm at it, I'll just show you this. This has that clean. There's a needle, and the needle setting on 9. If you want to do it, all you need to do is you push this cable down the centre, and you'll see the nipple on the end of the cable. It just come out, and you get all the cable and pull it all out there. I don't want to take the thing off, and there is a little circlip, and I think there's 5 positions, little rings where you can position the circlip. Mine is in the centre one, so depending where yours are, mine is in the centre. So I think originally it was on the bottom one, so I changed the air filter, which changes the mixture because there's more air going in. So to bring it back to normality, it seemed to run better in the centre position. So it's worth noting. It's a bit of a messy job. All you do is pull the spring right back, and then push the spare cable. I should push it down this way. Push the spare cable down, which will then just unhook the nipple out, and all the lot, the cable and everything, and just come up here and through that hole, and you're left with this separate. So that's how you change that setting on there. But more important is changing this. So here's a card. Keep everything nice and clean. Don't wash it with WD-40 for God's sake, because I did, and I ended up clogging all the carb up and really made a bit of a job of it. So I had to clean it up with the official carb cleaner, aerosol carb cleaner. So don't use WD to clean your carb. Alright, well, do these 3 screws. One, just crack them open. And again, don't over tighten when you put it back together, because all you're doing is crushing your gaskets and just shortening the life really for the next time, because after then be tightened down past what you already tightened before. So just nip them up nicely and don't be daft. Right, these 3 screws out. I'm not sure if the batteries are holding up, so I'm going to have a quick look. The camera's still running. One, I think they're all the same length, so we'll just check. Put that one there. Check this one out. Alright, this one. I think we've been in shots all the time, but we'll see. And that one. And there we go. That's inside where all the crud stays in the bottom, so just give that a wash out with the carb cleaner before you put it back together. I can see little bits, not much, but it still needs clean because it doesn't take much on these. This is a jet I'm going to change. This is your main jet, and that is held in this body. So that body is nothing to do with the main jet, it's just holding the main jet, just like a reduction, so you can fit your main jet on. This is a float, so when fuel's in, there's a little valve here, a little piston, and when that's in, that cuts off the, when the bowl fills it with petrol, that comes up and it cuts the fuel off, and as you're using it, it'll open a little bit and close and open, and always keep the fuel at a reasonable depth. reasonable usage, and that's the thing that we're going to change. So let's have a go at that, so we can crack it without, because that will unscrew sometimes when you unscrew this. So let's just have a little one. A nice square broad screwdriver that's mixed paint, and then we'll just see if it cracks without moving the other. No, it came out with the other one. I don't really want to take that out, so I'll just hold that with a pair of pliers. Though I could put it in the device, but I want to try and keep everything in here. So we'll just see if we can crack this now. Yeah, that's a good one. There. That was a bit tight, because I remember when I put that jet in, I think the thread was a little, only cheap for these jets. I don't think they're manufactured in great quality. So that's the main jet, and on it, stamped on this one, I think, get my glasses down, '96. I thought it were 95, so it's 96. So that's what I went to. The stock jet is a 90. That wasn't mine. So what we'll do, we'll go and get the other jet. So I'll put that down. Just wipe your hands again on your pants. Best having a bit. Well, I don't want to say tissue, because even that can cause problems. Right, let's see if we can find the jet. Right, there's a jet, 5mm, and this is 100. So, not a big move, but you don't need big moves on your jets. Ideally, they're so cheap, they're less than £2. If you get a range, you can keep trying them, but you've got to have the patience of Job to try and tune it up. If you don't have to perfection, then let's just make sure these threads look the same. They do. If you're not at perfection, all you need to do is, if it starts bogging and acting a go at flat out throttle, full throttle, then usually it's your main jet that's giving you a problem. If you find it's at tick over, then you want to be altering this jet. And if you find it in mid throttle, so not the quarter throttle at the beginning tick over, but at the mid range is from quarter throttle to 3/4 throttle, you want to change that setting on your default valve, which I showed you on there. So there we go. I'm sure I'll be missing things, but you can always ask. So that's screwed in a lot better, so that thread is quite an easy thread. Oops. So now again, just a quick nip so it can't come unscrewed. And make sure there's no crap on your screwdriver, and then just a nice nip. Yeah, that should do it. Not good daft. So sometimes this pin can drop out and all this will drop to bits. It's quite easy to sort it out. Quite easy. It makes sense when you put it all back, so don't worry about that. I've just got to say, it had slid out. If you notice, the hinge pin was out here, little hinge pin in there, loose, which is held in by the body of the card. That's your choke flap. That's the one that you use when you choke on. I'll just give this a squirt of oh yeah. It's hard to see in there. There is some crud, some like yellow powder. Yellowish powder. I don't know if you can see it in there. Just, let's see if I can point it out. Something. I'm not sure there's anything. Just let me find something. Right here. And this is what to look for, because it's not apparent. But in fact, some dropping out then. It's just like, you know, when a battery packs in on your camera, you haven't used it for or a toy, and you haven't used it for ages, and you open it up, and there's all that sort of crud. That if it dries into a powder, in effect, into a little crystal, and you have to shake it off. Well, the same thing you get up with petrol. It's left behind with petrol, and I don't know if you can just see it round here. So just give it a little scrape. There's some few grains there, but that's enough to block your jets because they're very, very small. So I'll just check the battery again, my camera. Yep, seems to be working, still working. Batteries are holding up. So we're still looking at the right place. Yep, so we'll focus here. So here's the crap, and there was a few little crisps that dropped out now. So I'll get some carb cleaner, just give it a squirt. Bear with. There we go. That's what I use. It's not an advert, it's just what I have. So I'll just give that. Just put that down. Oh, I can see it from there. So just a little nozzle on, and just give it a good clean. What I do, I just give it a bit of a. Let's see if we can agitate it. That bowl. Just. And put some up the jet. There. That cleans that out. Not the jet, the drain, just in case anything were left. It's not that dry. Similarly with the car, just up the jet. And there's the other one. And that's it. Let that evaporate. Let's get them all clear. Or any orifice you can see, just give it a squirt. Won't do any harm. It'll do more good than harm, and that will get rid of all the bits and pieces to line around. Now then, we can put that back together. You can see the gasket, the rubber gasket there. It doesn't stick up that much, so obviously. You can't have it too slack, but don't over tighten it, because next time you use it you're going to have to really, really tighten it, and keep tightening until eventually it won't do any good. And don't make the mistake I made once upon a time with my scooter. The seal had been tightened so much I could barely get those screws out of the 4 screws, and I could just about eventually got them out. But the rubber ring gasket was no good, so I used silicone. And what happened, I got about a mile from home, and the silicone had turned to like a jelly, liquid jelly, and shut the bike down. I had to clean it all up and get a gasket. So bear with, keep everything down and just put that over the top. Just let it sit naturally. There we go. And give that a. Ideally, and I'm telling you a bit late, clean all the body of your carb, and then when you're handling it, you're not contaminating your carb when you get hold of the jets. So I will, when I'm putting that back, clean me, because it just takes a ridiculously small amount of muck, dirt, to give you a problem. So I'm not tightening them up yet, just put them all equally magnetic, equally just down to the nuts, and then right, and just slowly go around them until you get them all evenly. Bit of a crap screwdriver is this, I'm going to change it. One. So I'll just see what it feels like with a proper screwdriver, because that is junk. Another one. Got more screwdrivers. Here we are. This one will do it. And I never throw them away, I always keep them. So you can tell better now without having to press on to try and keep it in the screw up in the Phillips slot. So the midges there. Same again. You can feel it there. Nothing daft. There. and that's it. So it's a matter now. Now if you look inside, let me just clean that, I think. Let's give it a yeah, you can use tissues now to dry the external bits, but you don't want any of that foot breaking off and getting it inside the carb. So we'll now just like this. I don't want to transfer it onto that onto that other jet, or onto the needle anyway. The needle valve, it's again, you don't want any crap in that. But really, do this when you've before you start, really. So don't be doing this like I've just done. I'll just make sure that's clean. The wall. There we go. Now then, this, if you look inside, well, you can see inside now. The camera just showing it. But there's this tick over screw. There's a little. It protrudes through a little raised section, and if you look at this, has to slide down, and that slider, let's just see where we are. If you look there, you can see how it's dished. You can see it or not. There's a you can see how it's dished. There, that's your mixture. That's for that little screw, and that's got a chamfer on. That little screw, when you screw it in, it can either go very deep and hold that valve up there, or if it's screwed in less, the valve sinks deeper. So that screw adjusts how deep that needle valve goes into the card. Now then, on the other side, opposite that, there's a little brass pin. I don't know if you can see it or not down there. A little brass pin there. On this side, there's a screw, there's just your tick over, and there's a little brass nipple stuck out, and that little nipple, and this is just a bit of a pair. Let's get me on the line, line this. That little nipple has to go into that groove. So I'll clean my hands again. I'll clean that. Make sure there's no grit on it. Nothing. The purists will be screaming at me, but never mind. Right, so the nipples at the top, the brass nipples there, and I twist that round. That hopefully should slide all the way down. Yep, and then I can screw this up. Now make sure you don't cross thread this. Just take your time, because it can be a bit of a bugger to start off. Anyway, this has started alright. So I've been a bit lucky there. Nip that up, finger tight, bring down the choke, right, let's get this back on it. We'll put the clamp back on while it's all in easy shot. I think you can see that. I'm sure. Little screw here, tighten that clamp up, just holds the cable in place. Choke cable. And now we can put that back in here. So what we'll do is a reverse. We'll bring that up, give us more slack. I can see it. Come on, I've got this camera set right. And we just bring it round and hopefully just drop it into there. I think that's it. That's it. And the nipple's gone in there and the cable's just come round to, and it's sort of so captive. So I'll just have a look at my camera and make sure it's still running. By goodness me, it's running. It's amazing. Look, good batteries. Right. Hope it's in focus. You can't tell when you get my eyes out. Yeah, looks like it's in focus. Right, I'll carry on. Sorry about that, but I want to make sure you see everything. Right, so with those two 10mm nuts to go on, I'll get it back over there, and again, a bit of a nip up. With that monkey to get on, but I should have left that choke. I thought I worked for myself. So you'll learn by my mistakes, and next time I'll have forgot which order put them in. Just get them going on thread. Keep it loose so you can get your other on with a bit of play, and we'll nip them up. Yeah. Right, nip those up with a 10mm spanner. You might be asking why I've changed the jet, by the way, from a 90 to a 96 to a 100. Well, I'm being a bit silly. I could leave it really. I was happy with as it was. But I think the plug was slightly light. It wasn't the right colour brown that I want. I was aiming for, but there was no problems. But I'm being a bit pedantic. So anyway, we'll carry on and see if it does make it that nice tan colour that I'm after. The only snag is with this, you will use a tad more petrol. I love that word, tad. A little bit more petrol, because you're obviously putting more petrol into the mixture. Oh, get a ring on. Get it on. Yeah. Just get it on. Not too easy to get off. And again, it's just a nip. Because you might have to take it off again one day in the not too distant future. Right, so I'll just give it a quick nip. And, there. I'll do the other side. And also you'll find that these studs I'm on the last bit of my battery now, so as you'll see the reversal of what I did, and everything's back, but I don't think it's going to last. It's going to go off any second. So good luck to anybody who wants to change it, and any questions please leave it in the comments. Thank you. Well, there we are, we're running again. Put the air filter on, and just make sure you put your petrol pipe on and your overflow pipes tucked down at the bottom. Choke, and it cracked up after about 20 seconds of cranking just to get the fuel through, and now running again. So we'll see how that goes on, and hopefully everything will work okay for me, but I'll keep you posted. Thanks for